So,
Gotcha.
so
Okay. Wow. You know what you know what y'all gonna scream on me. Y'all gonna scream on me, and I deserve it.
Oh, so you
Yeah.
weren't live. Mm-mm.
See what had happened was, it
I
was
don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it.
no. See, I was I was at a family
Uh-huh.
barbecue, and
I said I
um
don't want it.
and
Shut up.
no, you gotta listen to
Shut
me.
up. Shut up. Shut up.
You have to listen to
Shut
me.
up. Shut up. Nope.
My bad, y'all, but we live now. My bad. I'm sorry.
I'm
We're
not telling
live.
that story again. I'll be traumatized. They're gonna have to get another version. They're gonna have to get another story. I'm not telling that one again.
They miss everybody's story.
Yeah, they miss
Far,
everyone's
Oh
story. So y'all tell
God.
them over
far,
again. No,
no,
no.
far too
Y'all ain't
bad a
got to do
story.
that. Y'all ain't got to do that. Y'all ain't got to do that. However,
Mm-mm-mm.
however, I don't really have like terrible, dating stories because
Em, em,
what I don't. I mean, but let me
em.
let me say what I'm saying, because normally I was the cause of all the friction. See, back when I was a younger man, as S. Dot said, I too had an aversion to the truth, and I had it was a situation. It was a situation, and hopefully, well, if they see this, y'all know it's all love. But hey, it's what it was. I had a girlfriend. I had a girlfriend, and she was cool. She was real good people. She was friends with my aunt. She was friends with my aunt, and I was living with my aunt. I just I came home from school, whatever, and I was living with my aunt, and I was doing things that young men did at that time. Let me paint a picture for y'all. I didn't even have enough wherewithal to have a damn bank account. All right, I was still putting money in sneaker boxes. All right, okay, that's where we were with that. All right, I had this girlfriend. She was dope. All that. Again, she had a little insecurity, what have you. Her previous dudes that cheated, whatever. Me, I'm like, whatever. Just let me get the cakes. We'll work all the rest of that out. Just give me the cakes. So, you know, we rocking and rolling or whatever. Well, I happened to catch the attention of a certain pharmaceutical dealer's lady friend. We'll just call her
Hmm.
that, lady friend. And she and I hit it off because I was working in the mall at that time. Working in the mall, selling sneakers. Just doing my thing. Trying to figure out life, but also trying to get some cakes. That's what I was doing. All right. So me and the pharmaceutical dealer's lady friend, we hit it off really well, and we started engaging in episodes of Furious Coitus.
Yeah, my
Yeah,
mic off.
Furious Coitus, and and sometimes because she had the sidekick Jeep, and it was all kitted out and everything. She would come by the crib, whatever, real late at night. You know what I mean? Like again, to give y'all some context, like this is the first woman I'd ever seen wear lingerie or wear a bikini. You know what I mean? Just giving y'all some context here. How wet behind the ears I was at the time, and so yeah, she would come by and we get our thing on or whatever. Well, one day, but it was always late at night though, so it was like, all right, cool. My girlfriend wasn't. She would be at home by that time, so it was like whatever. Well, one day, the young lady who wasn't my girlfriend, she called me. She was like, "What are you doing?" I'm not doing anything. It's like, "Are you off today?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm at the spot. I'm at the crib." So she came by, whatever, and she came by, and what I mean, we chopped it up for a minute, and I remember to this day because it's the first time I ever spelled CK1, the the cologne perfume. She had that on. And I was like, yo, you smell great. But still, let me get the cakes. So 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 we began to engage in furious coitus, and my aunt and my girlfriend showed up as we were engaging in what we were engaging in. And yeah, we was on, we was there. It was all out there for everybody to see, what have you. And so there was some words exchanged, of course, and there was some ruckus and whatnot. And my girlfriend is like, yo, I can't believe you with her. We went to school together. I'm like, oh, well, I had no idea that y'all knew each other. And girl's like, yeah, I know her. Whatever. She's like, so she turns to my girlfriend's like, yo, can you leave so we can finish? Like, what? Oh, hell no, you try to get both of us killed. Don't do that. So of course y'all know there a altercation ensued after those words. Well, after I got both participating parties pried away from each other, the other girl went and pulled her strap. And so she pulled the strap on my girlfriend in my aunt's house. So that meant that my aunt had to go and get her thing of things. So now we got guns everywhere. Looks like John Wick up in this piece. And I'm just in the middle, like, yeah, this ain't gonna work for me. So my upstairs neighbor was a mentally challenged guy. Shout out to him, Carlo. If you ever see this, what up, bro? I couldn't take the pressure. It was just too much for me. I had to go ahead and make my escape. I went ahead and dipped on out. I slid on upstairs and let them sort it out. I'm like, look, if they're gonna shoot up each other or whatever, I ain't getting shot. I was just trying to get some cakes. But then I thought about it. I'm like, yo, wait a minute, my aunt's down there. I can't stay there. So I had to go back down to the apartment or whatever. And by this time, my aunt got everybody out or what have you. And my aunt's just sitting there looking at me like, you a damn fool. You a damn fool. But at the end of long story short, at the end of all this, at the end of that melee and whatnot, me and the girlfriend, we kind of patched it up, but we were pretty much done shortly after that because I kept doing other things. Y'all know what those other things are. I don't have to keep going into that. But but I did continue to see the other chick for a minute until that became a little bit dangerous. But that's another story for another day. But yeah, that's what happened with that. But again, that happened when I was a younger man, so don't hold it against me.
Can I say something real quick?
Sure.
You brothers, I salute y'all. My situation was Coke Zero. Y'all shit was full fizz. Like y'all going through it. Guns and all on windows and people driving 3 hours in Pampers like the astronaut lady. Like, yo. My Diet Coke. I got nothing over here. I just had a little argument. Look, I had a little disagreement in the car, like a little. I'm just looking out the window, man. Y'all got whole situations. People, life in danger.
Hey, it happens like that. It does. It happens like that, man. It's crazy.
It's just a matter of perspective.
Yeah, exactly. A matter of perspective.
I had another incident.
Okay.
Where I was chilling with a guy, I was over to his house and he was like, well, I'm gonna take a shower because we was gonna go out. So I was sitting, waiting in the living room. His baby mama came through the window. Oh. I was like, oh. She went straight past me. He was in the shower. She started whooping his ass. I was like, I was just still sitting there like, I don't know how she came through that window so fast. I don't know where she came from, how, but she was in there in like 0.2 seconds. She went straight past me.
So
And that
how,
is why I have a strict rule on not dating ninjas.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, no ninjas. No ninjas.
No
Yeah,
ninjas.
right.
And I'm not fond of samurais either.
No.
Yeah, not fond of samurais. We're not
No.
gonna do that. You know, if you handy with a blade, I'm good. That ain't
But
gonna
you-
work for me. You know, I
If you
need
can
to keep all
full, if
my.
you can full scale a wall and get into a residence in less than 10 seconds, that's a problem.
That's a superhero. I'm not good with superheroes.
Mm.
At a minimum, a candidate for SEAL Team 5.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Sheesh.
I'm gonna need to check your credentials. You might be Men in Black or something. I'm good with that. That's not gonna work for me. That's not gonna work at all. But wow, so for those who are just tuning in, we are sharing our worst dating experiences, and man, it is it's been some colorful tales, um, colorful experiences. We've had we've had Michael Myers show up. We've had we had a John Wick esque standoff. We had Bruh Man from the fifth floor eating up all Shorty's food because he was broke.
You had a Byron situation like in Players Club.
Yeah, you
Just
had Byron
waving at the
situation.
doorstep.
Yeah, we
Mhm.
had we had Mr. Make Believe, who was who came through acting like he was one thing, but he was really something else. You know what I mean? It was yeah, we've had some experiences. We've had some experiences. Um, now again, myself and S Dot here, we are here as conscientious observers. We're talking about things that used to happen. We're married men now. We just here sharing sharing the stories with all of you. All of you out there. You can go ahead and put your situation in the comments, and yeah. But anybody else got anything? I'm sure y'all do. I'm sure, especially you ladies, because these dudes is wild as hell out here. I ain't,
Yeah. Yeah, they on something new. Like you said, for those still in the dating game,
man. Godspeed. For real.
the power of Christ. Damn. Y'all got it rough out here, man. Like, boy.
Man.
Woo.
Man, some of the stuff I be hearing and seeing, it's like, do they really make these type of people? I thought they only had these type of people on TV or in the movies. Like, no, these people exist. These people really do exist. Like, wow. Like, okay. I had an ex coworker. She and I no longer work together. All right. She was on a dating site. Now, I have to preface this.
By a car.
You got hit by a car.
What?
You got hit by a car.
Was that the name of the dating site? Or did it almost happen to you?
Hey, you gotta tell that story.
Yeah, you gotta tell that story. How'd you get hit by a car? I mean, I know how you. I mean,
It looks
I
like
ain't gonna say that and dip.
he keeps getting kicked out.
Do we got that
Gee,
Teddy
if you
Riley?
don't get your ass back on here, tell that story.
Right. Do we got that Teddy Riley internet?
That's what it seeming like. What the hell is going on?
I don't know, but I'm really anxious to hear that story. How the hell you? I mean, again, I keep saying, how do you get hit by a car? I know how you get hit by a car, but what the hell was so wrong going on so bad that made somebody want to just hit you with a vehicle?
Facts.
I'm telling you, fellas, y'all can't be giving these women that soul pole like that on the first date and all that, and then be acting like you don't want nothing to do with her afterwards.
Somebody
And
must not want me to tell this story.
I think it's her.
What?
Has the statute of limitations run out?
No, it's been about 12 years. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
But yeah, one of my son's moms wanted to get back with me, and I wasn't having it. And she basically, long story short, told me if I can't have you, ain't nobody gonna have you, and she hit me with the car.
Oh.
And then moved to Mexico right after.
Oh, damn. So
and she's still in Mexico 12 years later.
Wow. So
I would be too if I hadn't took the murder charge.
Right, exactly. Wow.
But yeah, so it's some crazy. But what I was trying to say earlier, I don't blame her or the woman that stalked me or whatever, because sometimes we as men see the crazy in some of these women and we still give them our 100%. So we can't really fault it when they go ape shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I just chalk it up as, I saw some of the crazy and I should have ended it when I let it go longer than it should have went. So I couldn't be mad at it.
Hey, I feel you on that. I mean, I feel you on that. Hell, my youngest son's mother, tried to stab my daytime girlfriend. I mean,
You said your daytime girlfriend,
my daytime girlfriend.
and then you have a nighttime girlfriend.
Yeah, I had a night. My daytime girlfriend.
That's what
I'm just trying to get clarification. That's all. Go ahead.
Okay, let me explain. Let me explain. My daytime girlfriend was a Jehovah's Witness. If she sees this again, please, you know what it is. No disrespect. It's all love. She was a Jehovah's Witness. She was a good girl. You know what I mean? And she couldn't stay out. She couldn't stay out late. She couldn't stay out late. She had to be in the house by a certain time. All right. Well, that meant, hell, I need something to do. So I ended up getting a nighttime girlfriend. You know what I mean? She
For the record, that is a terrible way to preference your needs.
Yeah, it really is. But hey, again, look,
I'm still done with you, P. Like, yeah.
Again, I was young, but whatever. Anyway, I'm in it now, so I'm gonna tell y'all. Now I had some other outside action going on, but nothing serious. Just nighttime things. But but I had the other girl, the other girlfriend, and we would hang out at night and do all the stuff in the evening. All right. Well,
I have a question.
Sure.
So, what did the nighttime girlfriend think you were doing during the day?
Well, she knew I had a job.
So she just saw you was at work all day.
Yeah, I mean, hey, not again. I also had an aversion with the truth, so therefore I could spin a good tale. Dig what I'm saying?
Gift the gab.
Yeah.
So, just I got a question too. So,
Sure.
just out of curiosity,
Sure.
since you had one at daytime and one at night, did daylight savings time ever mess that up? What? Well, I'm just asking.
I had a situation, but I got that figured out. I got that moved around.
I'm saying you got to extend like daylight savings time.
So what
Like
was-
another two.
I want to
2
know
hours
what
of lifetime. A light
cutoff time was to the night.
Exactly. Like what's
The cutoff time.
time?
Well, she had to be in the house by 9 o'clock. She had to be in the house by 9 o'clock.
Okay.
So your nighttime girlfriend was from 9 to the morning? Like
Yeah.
the wee hours in the morning? Oh,
Yeah.
must be nice. All right.
And she was okay with that?
Remember, she thinks he's just working during the day, so she don't think nothing else going on.
But also I would make provisions to see her on certain days, like during the day, when I get off. Because at that time in my life, my life was about playing ball, sneakers, rapping, things like that. You know what I mean? So therefore, I was I was doing what young men did. In fact, I just had matter of fact, I just had my first kid, and again, I just got my second, your son's mother pregnant. So, I had a lot going on. All right, I had a lot going on.
Obviously.
Um, any young men watching this, don't do like I did. Do it
Please
better.
don't.
No. Look, y'all didn't hear me. Y'all didn't hear me. I said do it better. So anyway, because like the my youngest son's mother, she was away at school. She was like an hour away, and I would like call her up or whatever, like real late at night, and be like, "Hey, yo, you need to come through and give me some cakes," and she would do it. And of course, one of those situations ended up in creating my youngest son. But me being a wayward youth at the time, I wasn't really caring about that. I'm wilding. It's what it is. And she was going crazy because she knew I was messing around on her and all this other stuff, and she wasn't going for it. There was an incident where I was at the park playing ball. I was with the nighttime girlfriend, but I had to hoop that day, so is what it was. I was in the park. I was on fast break. Sean, you already know you already know how to go. I'm on fast break. I'm about to go down. I'm about to do my thing, and I see my youngest son's mother coming, and she got her crew with her. Like, oh.
Oh, she was gonna whoop your ass.
Oh yeah, she was gonna do some stuff. So I had to abandon this this dunk I was about to do and pull up lame like I had an injury, hop off the court and go over and head her off at the pass. I had to head her off at the pass because I could not let her get to the nighttime girlfriend. Now I wasn't worried about the nighttime girlfriend's safety because the nighttime girlfriend was gully. She had that strap. And that was another thing. I couldn't let that happen because it's like, yo, she carrying my baby. I can't let you kill her. I can't let you unalive her. Can't let you harm her. Come on now. So I hop over there, whatever, and I'm like, yo, what you doing here? I'm like Chris Tucker. Don't you ever come by here. No, don't ever come by here again. And so somehow, I talked to her, whatever, talk her down, whatever, and she, her and her crew get back in the car, whatever. All right, so I gotta run back onto the court, whatever. Somebody took my spot, every damn thing. So I tell dude, hey man, I'm back, man. I'm good. So we continue playing, whatever. We win the game, whatever. Of course, I got to go over there to the bench and because nighttime girlfriend has seen all this shit. Who the fuck was that? Somebody, owe me some money or whatever. It's cool. I got it. Whatever.
So as a youngin', you just like the toxic situations.
All right, so
but Robbie, like we didn't know what toxic was then.
Right, we didn't. There was no toxic.
So,
He was
there was no
toxic though.
you didn't use those terms back then. And to go like what she said, like for real, like when he said like we see a glimpse of the crazy, right? Back then, and I won't speak for all of them, but I'll speak for me. I can honestly say I think I mistook the crazy for passion.
Right.
And the passion,
I knew it was crazy.
See, but I thought it was I mistaken it for passion, so I thought it was kind of hot.
So Lee, I got a question. So it was crazy, but why did you stay?
Because you think the crazy is gonna stop.
Right.
Yeah, you think the crazy gonna stop.
Okay.
One, you think the crazy gonna stop. Two, you enjoying what come along with that crazy for the time being.
I was gonna say like crazy sex is pretty good.
That stuff that's not so crazy, you enjoy that more than the crazy. So
exactly.
So you were just thinking with the other head. I got you.
And three, you have conditioned yourself to believe that you can control the crazy.
Mm.
Yep.
until it get out of control, and then you like, oh hell no. Then that's when you like security, and yeah.
We
Yeah,
call
yeah.
that young, dumb, and full of cum. Well,
Yeah,
Well,
I can go.
I don't know what you call it, but I know what I don't call it, and that's that.
Right. Right. Don't call it that. We don't call it that. I mean, but hey, we had our times.
You
We
know
had our
better, you
time.
do better.
Indeed.
I got a situation, and I promise y'all it wasn't my fault. I promise you it was not my fault.
right.
Mhm.
I promise you.
Okay.
Never touched the girl.
Judgment free zone here. Judgment free
Yeah,
zone.
I was good. Look,
Judgment
I never even been in the room alone with this girl. Never had physical contact with the girl. Like, I promise you. We're back in college, and my girlfriend in college, everybody knew who my girlfriend was. She ended up, we graduated. She ended up being my wife. Everybody knew who my girlfriend was, and everybody knew what it was. And it was this other girl who had a crush on me. Again, never touched her, never had nothing to do with her. Her nickname, I didn't make this up, was Cockeyed Surprise. Okay?
What the hell? All right. Okay.
I didn't make the name up. It was Cockeyed Surprise. All right. Apparently,
Not surprised.
she had a crush on me. We had a frat party. We on stage, everybody drinking and having a good time. And apparently she wanted to dance with me. I'm having a good time. I'm not even paying attention to nothing over here. I got a girlfriend. I'm not paying no attention to nothing over here. And she got mad because I wouldn't dance with her. And then Cockeyed Surprise goes and puts a dead bird in my girlfriend's mailbox in the dorms.
Holy shit.
Again, never touched this girl, never had a conversation beyond hi, bye, nothing. I got no reason to lie to you good people.
There was
Nothing.
something in your hello. Mm-hmm.
So, I'm asking the ladies on this panel, how the hell am I going to, and I swear to God, never nothing. How the hell do I talk my way out of this one? That she was so mad about our relationship that she put a dead effing bird, which is some crazy stuff, by the way. That's some Silence of the Lamb shit in her mailbox. How do I talk my way out of that one, ladies?
I mean, is there really a way to talk yourself out of that, though?
So I don't think you can.
Because I mean, all you did was tell her hello, goodbye, and she was madly in love. So she obviously one egg away from the cuckoo nest. Like, she's nuts. Yeah, there's no way to talk to crazy people.
I am stupefied. Wow. Cockeyed surprise. Hey, wow.
That's a hell of a lot to live up to.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, did she at least have some cakes?
I don't think I think she had a nice body. If I remember correctly, she had a nice body.
Well, I mean, yeah. You in college?
I
I
went
mean,
ahead and gave her some shit to get more crazy.
I didn't partake.
you sure? You sure?
Listen, brother, I got no reason to lie. What would you say earlier? Statute of limitations. We way past it. I ain't even married no more, so I got no reason to lie.
Well, if I was you, I would have went with the biblical defense.
Exactly.
Yeah. Biblical defense.
Yeah.
So look, if Joseph had to believe Mary got impregnated with his child without him doing anything,
there you go.
clearly a bird can be put in somebody's mailbox without you understanding.
Right.
If they're willing to believe that, they can believe that had nothing to do with you, and the bird was placed there by her, maybe because God told it to. I would with the biblical defense because, quite frankly, I got nothing. I got nothing else to say. Like, I got nothing.
You'd be surprised how hard it is to come up with an excuse and a defense when you really fucking innocent. It's hard to explain when you really are innocent. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't do it. Like I really, really, really didn't do it. I didn't do it.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I've been there. I mean, you know,
Sometimes those lies are a lot easier to come up with.
Uh,
Yeah. I've been there. I've been there. I got accused of sleeping with a ex-girlfriend's cousin. I was nowhere in the city when it happened. When certain things supposed to went down, but my name got thrown in there, and it's like, well, Philip, I know you did it because y'all, because she said you was cute, and I'm like, well, see, that's where you're wrong right there, because see, I'm pretty. I don't answer no nothing about no cute. So, I had nothing to do with all this. I wasn't even here. I wasn't even available. I mean, I was with another girl at the time. Wasn't you, and it wasn't your cousin. But I couldn't tell her that. I just kept saying I wasn't here. I wasn't. I was out of town.
Maybe the cousin had unmistakable cakes. No.
The cousin didn't really have cakes like that. She was more top heavy.
In that case, I should have been insulted.
I mean, I was, and she kept talking about, oh, well, she called you cute. Well, I ain't been cute since I was 5 years old, Mama. That ain't gonna work for me. You know better than this. I don't want your cousin. Hell, I barely want you. But it just happened. I mean, like, hey, like the man said, sometimes when you get accused, and it just happens. I mean, but when you've done enough dirt, shit happens. Now, Miss Mariah, I wanted to ask you this question.
Yes.
Now, seeing that you are the resident tourist here, y'all have a reputation of being for the streets, right? What do you think about this?
I live on a street.
Say what?
I said I live on a street.
Yeah, I know you live on the street. No. I'm talking about being for the streets now. Do you believe that your sign gets a bad rep?
I've never heard it tonight.
You've never heard that?
I've never heard that until you said it just now. Never.
Okay, well, even with that being the case, that makes it even more potent. So you're saying that you don't believe that your sign is for the streets?
No, why would I even agree to that? No.
Well, you don't have to agree. I mean, most of them out there, most of them that are for the streets don't agree. They just feel like I just happened to stumble onto the asphalt, and here I am.
No.
She's like, no.
He's talking about his own sign, Mariah. Don't mind him. The liar Bruce.
Apparently.
Hey, wait
I said what I said, S-Dot.
There shall be no Libra slander.
I have a dating question for the ladies.
There will be
I
no
have a
Libra
dating
slander.
question for the ladies.
Go ahead.
Is this a real thing? Can you erase names off of your body count? If so, what are the parameters? Like, what are the rules that you can erase names off the body count if that's a real thing?
Say that again.
So, I've seen many conversations where women be like, "Oh, he didn't count. That wasn't he don't count on my body count. Like that wasn't nothing." Like, what determines?
You did it. It counts.
Nah.
Say what?
Yeah, exactly.
You did it count. So y'all say it's six?
Right.
Okay. Fair enough.
Okay.
If I did it, I did
It
it.
counts.
So
Exactly.
I don't feel it counts.
If I did it, I did it. I'm not ashamed of anybody I've been with.
I think I have a problem with why does it matter?
Exactly.
Beyond, you know what? Beyond being entertaining, it shouldn't.
Exactly.
Beyond pure entertainment, it shouldn't.
Right.
Unless unless we run in a lot of the same circles. That's the only
exactly.
time.
Right. But if you're grown, why do you care? I think that's for me. It's like people have a past. You don't know. Some people have clean past. Most people don't. You're not gonna get the truth anyway, or maybe you will, and you won't be satisfied with what you hear. So,
but everybody in this group knows if I'm dating a woman and she done been with 22 dudes out of 222, and I'm sitting here hugged up on a happy birthday post, and y'all, you know what I mean? It might hurt my feelings a little bit. I'm just saying.
I mean, it's just your turn. That's all.
That's a big much.
It's just your turn.
Wow.
Nothing to be upset about.
We can say it don't matter, but it hurt my feelings a little bit.
It's just your turn, bro. It's what it is, man. You know, it ain't yours. You know, hey, she ain't gravitated over to you. It's your season. When your season's over with, she'll be sliding on to somebody else, and he'll be hugged up next year. Like, hey, what's happening? You know, okay, we know what it is.
But I loved it her.
Hey, man. Hey, KRS-One said love's gonna get you. It's what it is, man. You know, it happened to all of us.
That's true.
I mean, old head once told me you ain't done nothing until you've actually been cheated on, and you care.
That's real.
Now, you get cheated on, and you don't give a damn. It's like whatever. But see, when you grow from that. You grow from those situations that where you have to feel a little something. You know what I mean? Too many of us actually act like we Superman out here, like, oh yeah, that ain't never happened to me. Okay, all right.
It happens.
It happens to the best of us.
I want to piggyback off Sean's question with the ladies that saying that are dating. So does that question come up in when you guys are dating now?
I've been asked.
Just out of curiosity.
I've been asked.
I haven't been asked that question in my teenage years, yes, but not as an adult, no. And if I am asked that question, that's the last conversation we'll have.
Okay, that was gonna be my part too. I was wondering, would that be an instant turnoff? In someone trying to get.
I thought that was an old wives' tale. I ain't even know dudes ask that question.
They do.
Yeah, they do. Some do. That's what I'm saying. So if I did come across that, we won't talk again.
I've always been told, don't ask questions you don't want the answer to.
I've been told that too.
Facts.
Yeah.
And I'm a firm believer that.
I answer that question.
And I'm a firm believer that
one thing.
No, go ahead.
Which one?
Oh, well, they were both talking at the same time.
Yeah, that's why I asked you which one.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, just to piggyback off what Philip said. Like, I'm a firm believer that the truth owes you no comfort.
Nope.
So, like, if you asking for it, you'll get it.
Yep.
And it may not make you feel better about your situation.
Yeah.
Yep. I was witness to a situation kind of like that. I was partaking in some furious coitus with a young lady, and she had somebody that his season was up, and he didn't necessarily, take too kindly to that.
Yeah, I personally don't see the importance of that kind of.
Yeah. So, so he did some sucker shit. He had called her and was like, the proverbial, well, what does he got that I don't have conversation? And then it was, okay, well, how many guys have you actually been with while we've been together? And yeah, that he actually asked her that shit, and she told him, man, that dude, you can hear that dude's soul leaving his body on the phone.
Well, he deserved it.
Yeah, you deserved it.
You deserved it. You deserved it.
How old was he?
Oh, this was like He had to be like 30 something because you know, yeah, he was a grown ass man.
I
The
don't think
question
men
is,
are
what
grown
do
ass men in their 30s.
Say what?
Men are not
you should be?
men are not grown ass men in their 30s.
You should be growner than that question.
Yeah, you should be growner than that question.
You should be growner than that question.
That's true. That's true, but
So what age would you
Mhm.
consider a man to be grown now, if not in his 30s?
I don't think is I wouldn't put an actual age number
Mhm.
on it, but definitely not in his 30s. I just don't think that men mature to that level in their 30s. Well, I haven't seen it. So
So
hey.
damn. So that means that we've been wilding. We've been wilding until we get to 40. That's what you saying? We've been wilding all
That's
this
what
time
I'm
until we get
saying.
to 40.
Yeah, it sounds like she's basing on her perspective, and you know what I'm saying, her dealings in situations.
That's all I
understand
can
that.
give. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
that is. I got to be honest. In hindsight, that's probably not completely off.
And I'm not just
Can
basing
I want
that
to ask
on
him?
That's not completely off.
I want
I'm
to
not
add some
just basing
perspective
that on
to. I'm
sexual
sorry.
exploits or women or dealing with women. I'm just speaking upon maturity in all aspects.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I want to add some perspective to what you said.
That's just
Just today, I was having a conversation with an OG in his 70s. And we were talking about this Joe Rogan quote said, easy times make for weak men. Easy times make weak men. And like I said, OG was in his 70s, and everybody's goal is to make life easier for their kids, right? My kids don't have to go through what I went through. That's every quality parent's goal. But then I think generation by generation, we've gotten softer and softer, weaker and weaker. I'm just gonna keep it a whole being to the point where I'm 42. And when I was a kid, 42-year-olds look completely different than what I look like. They wasn't wearing bucket hats and hoochie daddy shorts in their 40s. I'm just gonna keep it a whole being. And I think that part, when you say 30 men in their 30s not being grown, I think that's indicative of generations getting softer and softer and what the men and women differently. But I think that that's a big factor, and we're still trying to find our way in what I guess our upbringing looks like in the dating world and how we relate to each other. Just interesting because I was just having that conversation with OG today, and you brought that kind of back to the front of mind with your comment.
But there is a lot of truth to that in a sense. Now, think about it. Okay, my brothers who are y'all into sports and everything, whatnot. You look at somebody, you look at a basketball player, a football player, whatever, that was 26 years old in 1978. He looked old as hell, right? Old as hell. Now, okay, you look now in the 2020, somebody that's 26, unless he's going off them drugs or whatever, he pretty much looks pretty good, depending on what type of life he's led. And that's the thing. Back in the day when you was 26, 20, 27, whatever, you had a whole family. You had crazy responsibility. You was working, 2 and 3 jobs and everything. You was doing that because that's what your father did. That's what his father did, and whatever. And somewhere along down the line, that we got away from a lot of that. You know what I mean? As more men started leaving their families, the boys just started basically just like taking on feminine characteristics, so to speak. Y'all know what I mean. And so now like Karma said, you have a lot of immaturity out there. It's a lot of immaturity. I mean, hell, the stories that I'm telling y'all, whatnot, these were when I was in my 20s, 30s, what have you. It took a while for me to grow up. So I'm not gonna sit up there and act like what she's saying isn't truthful. I mean, it's a lot of that out there.
And I find myself trying to think about what Sean just brought up. That particular parable, that quote has a parable to it, and I'm trying to remember it completely. I think the guy said his grandfather walked 10 miles to work. His father walked 5. I think it ended up in relation to their children. So I think he said like tough times create strong men.
Yeah,
Strong men create easy times. Easy times create weak men.
yeah. I think that's the full one. I think that's the
Yeah.
full quote right there.
Yeah. It was an interesting parable, and I do kind of agree with that. I mean, and really strongly based on my profession, what I do, what I've been doing for the last 10 years. It is a connection in that with our particular generation. It just seems like genetically speaking and mentally speaking, women mature so much faster than we do as guys. And the male figure was either erased or emasculated. So when you're dealing with those kind of parables and try to deal with that, and having a guy trying to figure it out all on his own, yeah, immaturity sticks around for a while. And unfortunately, I think a lot of us use it. We don't call it immaturity, but we scapegoat our behavior because we don't have an understanding of emotional intelligence. I'll put it that way.
A lot of you know what, and I work with younger women on my team, and they're going through relationship stuff, and when I hear them talk about it, a lot of their boyfriends or whatever, they always say things like, as a man, this, as a man, I should this. And I got this thing in the back of my head. If you have to tell somebody who you are, you're really just trying to prove it to yourself. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
if I'm in this, I shouldn't have to tell my woman, as a man, you should do this for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to poke my chest out for that.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't have to tell my kids, as your dad, you should be like, I don't have to tell them that. They understand. Not saying that women are like children, but I'm just saying, like, your presence should mean something, and you shouldn't have to always say it. So that relates to you saying, like, men trying to figure it out, like men not really knowing, right?
Yeah.
If we don't know who we are and we don't know our place, then how the hell can we know what to expect from a woman? Like, how can we expect to know how we want to be treated or what? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
So we demanding a bunch of goofy shit, and the women looking at us like, bro, you don't even know. So how you gonna tell me?
Right. Well, and to go off on that, like what you're saying there is like the thing I find interesting there is, at least in my perspective, how I looked at it, the role or leadership or quote unquote being a man in a family, though that particular crown, it's kind of bestowed. It's a mantle bestowed upon you because you've been doing those things that signify that the proper type of leadership that she feels comfortable in following, and that she understands that a lot of things can go wrong, but I don't think you'll put this family or your children or me at risk. So then it's a mantle bestowed, not just a title given. And it's kind of the bar line for Jay-Z, it's on the way to it. Those of us who have reached that point to understand that, we should not shy away from conversations when we're dealing with the younger generation and let them know that. I was really fortunate today. I had like 60 young men in front of me. Unfortunately, they're incarcerated right now. They're on the way out. And I work with an organization that does a reentry program, and those things kind of come up with the understanding that you don't know what you don't know. And I told them that I feel responsible for that because I'm the generation before you. And I should have been more intentional about how I wanted the next generation to look, or or how I want them to operate or move in a manner when when the word man come up, that they fit the description as best they possibly can. And I think we kind of left them out of the loop like that. So I take every chance I can to talk to a younger generation, younger people, anybody that I feel can benefit from those type of discussions.
That's what's up, S. Dot. You and Salid should actually get together. You've been on his show before.
I
right?
have. I've done it a couple
Okay,
times. Yeah,
all
we
right.
did part 1 and part 2.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well, Brother Salid has been kicked out of the stream for some odd reason.
It's the feds.
It said that it gave him a $100 ticket. So he I don't know what is going on. I don't know what's going on with that. I'm sorry, Brother Salid. I don't have an explanation for you. Well, actually,
Man, that was his ex. That was his ex.
That was his
In
ex.
the car.
Yeah. She
She had the federale.
She messing with your Wi-Fi from Mexico, bro.
Yeah,
You're gonna have to get you a
Do it.
VPN.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to get you.
I'm gonna ruin your life.
Right. You talking about me? To continue with what you're saying, is that actually one of my next videos, because y'all know this is streaming live on my YouTube channel, by the way, but it's also streaming live in the group. But on my YouTube channel, I try to talk about things that are relevant, and one of the things that's really bothering me is how, like, we're turning our backs on these young men out here. We're just saying, well, they out here, it's just whatever. When in fact, we're forgetting the fact that somewhere along our way, there was somebody that pulled our coattail, pulled us to the side, and said, hey man, you don't want to do that. No matter who they were. It could have been the neighborhood crackhead. Somebody back in the day or whatnot did something for you. And so, now we've gotten into a position where we're like, yo, I ain't mess with them young ass dudes. They wild, they this. Okay, well, you was once wild. You was once them. Like you just said, that's not you. You were in front of 60 U's. They didn't know. They didn't know.
I might get in trouble for this.
Go ahead.
I might get in trouble for this.
Go ahead.
We had a big wave of single mothers, and women protect their sons different than men do.
True.
So that turns into what did he do? You can't talk to my son. Don't talk to my son like that. Don't chastise my son. And if you think that you are above being corrected at a certain point, you're not going to take you're not going to take redirection from anybody. If not my baby. I know my son didn't. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it's all women. I'm not saying it's all women, but we can't deny that is a symptom of.
Yeah, that's a symptom of us not being where we were supposed to be.
Yeah.
And our fathers and our fathers' fathers and all that. However, I know coming up that there may have been like one or two old heads in your hood or whatever that would get y'all together, and all the women respected him. It wasn't nothing like that. It was like, oh well, I'm gonna take these boys fishing, or I'm gonna go show them how to work on a car. I'm gonna whatever. And he may have had sons of his own. So it's you, all the other neighborhood boys and his sons, and y'all all out there learning how to fix a car or stuff like that. Men don't do that these days. They distance themselves from the youth because you know what? And I'm gonna just say it like it is. A lot of these men are competing with these young boys, which is whack as hell. How are you going to be 50 something and still trying to compete with a 22-year-old? That makes no sense. Now, women, I've heard that women do it too, but I'm talking about men. And also this correlates as to how, these worst dating experiences that we're talking about here.
Well, we didn't grow up. We did not grow up. Our generation did not grow up. We
Nah.
grew things with us. But we did not, in essence, grow up. Video games used to be for kids. Now most video games have an adult rating because adults still play video games. At a certain point, generations past, you were sexy up till about Suge Avery age. Then you became old. Now we grown and sexy. So we grew sexy with us. We grew video games with us. We grew clubs into lounges and night spots. They had speakeasies, but the things that it used to be, as a child, I put away childish things. Now we're just growing the childish things to be more adult. So in essence, we're not moving into the next phase of life. We're just moving this phase along with us.
Right.
If that
right.
makes sense.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. We're just
I think part of, but I think also part of it to back up what the point you made earlier that you thought you get smoked for. When I hear that, I think it actually, I think it's a microcosm for our culture in itself, for society, how it's moved, that we tend to reward negative behavior or justify negative behavior. And I feel like that's the slippery slopes that we've kind of allowed ourselves to go into. And like as he says, like everybody parents differently, right? But some mothers do stick up, sense of the children. I just use myself as an example. My son was very, very, very young. He's very, very young. He's in private school. And I remember they called him out for being a distraction and talking too much and not paying attention in class. And before I could get to that particular teacher's conference, his mother and his grandmother were there, and they were just completely lambasting the teacher about that. And when I walked in, I got de-escalated the situation. And when it was all said and done, I kind of pulled off to the side, and I was like, I'm not here to be confrontational with you, argue with you, but I feel like you act like you don't know that's our child. He does it at home. The exact same thing they said he did, he does it at home. And he got called out for it. And your immediate action was to defend him as if he had been wounded. And that's not, he just was being corrected. And they're asking us to do a better job as parents to do so. That was a touchy situation. It's actually an instance I used on one of Salid's shows. Like I brought that up, like, because it was very true. And it's just a moment that you catch these instances, and it kind of allows you to understand like the indifference that happens between someone accusing someone you love, your child, of doing something that you don't agree with. It doesn't make them a bad child. It just means that was a bad interaction. And
Exactly.
Our inability to recognize that more often has kind of put us in a position whereas negative behavior tends to be rewarded.
Exactly. And keeping in theme with the topic of the show, the bad behavior gets rewarded in the dating world as well. That's why you have so many people out here who are actually looking for something, but they can't find what they're looking for or whatnot because they're being looked over because people are too busy rewarding those who are engaging in bad behavior. Case in point, like, okay, Sean, you had mentioned that people are really influenced by social media. Yeah, a lot of people are very influenced by social media. They're sitting up there thinking that everything is supposed to be like, like the BET Awards or something. and, and it's like, yo, life don't go like that. Well, their lives go like that. But for the rest of everybody that don't operate in Ratchetville, it don't go like that. And you have people who have all these delusions of grandeur. Look, here's the deal. Nobody on this earth is perfect. But the cold hard facts is that there's slots for everybody. And if you don't fit in a certain slot, you don't fit. That's just what it is. You cannot be mad at your slot at your allotment in life. I mean, you can, but nobody will give a damn. So you running around talking about all women ain't shit, all men ain't shit, whatever. No, that's really just you projecting. That's you projecting on onto yourself. And the bottom line is that we have a lot of people who haven't grown up, basically trying to be children forever. It's that Peter Pan thing, and so they're not going. They're not going to take anything seriously, but they want serious things to happen around them. And if anybody here would like to make sense of that, please be my guest.
Yeah, I really want to hear the ladies' opinion on these. On
Yes,
this right here,
please,
like,
ladies.
the data part, please. I'm interested on how I can change my conversation when I talk to guys to try to help them better approach women with a level of dignity and respect, and understanding that conversation will get them far much further than bravado. So I'm wide open to hear what you ladies got to say.
Yes, ladies, please. We'll start with you, Mariah.
I didn't even hear the question. So this breaking up. It's kind of breaking up.
Say it again, Sean.
Oh, I was saying like how the topic itself for us is like dating any situations, and if you can hear me, Mariah, Robin, and other young, I can't see your name on the screen, but
Karma.
Karma.
When it comes to saying in dating men now in that particular situation, and we're talking about how there are missteps and the immaturity, and I guess what we're trying to figure out now is like what would you guys say is the hardest thing about dating now, dealing with men, and how can with that information, how we can use that to shape conversations for younger men or even men close to our age that haven't hit a level of maturity to understand the importance of having a conversation or creating a dialogue with you, or not trying to pigeonhole you in a stereotypical way.
Did you hear any of that?
I heard pigeonhole in a stereotypical way and conversation.
That's enough.
That's enough. I mean,
That's
that's enough. Well, to paraphrase what Sean was saying, you can hear me, right, Mariah? You can hear me?
No, you're breaking up too.
All right. This is interesting. Okay. Who can hear me clearly?
I can.
Okay. All right.
I can hear you.
Okay. All right. See, Mariah, I think you got some of that Teddy Riley internet too.
No, I mean I can you keep cutting in and out. Like now I hear you clearly now,
Okay.
and then when you said something before, it's like it just got really broken up.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right. But
But the internet here is I forgot the name of it, and trust me, I'm in Norfolk, I'm in Virginia. The internet here definitely sucks.
Let's see. I used to live in Roanoke, and I also used to live in Richmond. What was the internet there?
I can't remember, but it definitely sucks.
Yeah, just trash all the way around. I think I think you and Salih got some of that same internet. But to paraphrase what Sean was saying, he would like to know from a female's perspective, what can he tell the younger men that he mentors and he comes across, as to what information from the ladies can you give to him that he can give to them, to where they
To
can
help
begin
them on
to
the
approach,
dating scene
help them out on the dating scene.
as far as approach.
Yes.
My whole thing would be just be honest in your intent. Like you have to be honest, and stop wasting people's time. Like that's what I run into a lot. Like wasting time and just flat out lying about what your true intentions are or what their true intentions are.
Okay. All right. So be direct. Be direct and be truthful.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
I said, so be direct and be truthful.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. Miss Karma, same question. What information could you give to Sean to impart to the young brothers as to how to approach women?
Same thing with the other young lady said. Be intentional, have integrity, honesty, straightforward. Don't spare my feelings. I want your honesty. You know, be upfront. You know, just present yourself to be the best version of yourself, not give me what you think I want to see. Because what you might be perceiving as what I want to see is maybe far from what I'm looking for. You know, meaning, you know, they might put on the whole song and dance. Look, I got this, I'm that. I don't care. I'm not even interested in that. So it's
exactly.
not.
Yeah, that's how you end up.
Especially if you're gonna pull out a wad of money and then later ask to borrow money from me.
I mean, it's just the whole dog and pony show. The whole I got this and I did this and I own this and I don't care. I'm looking at the person you
exactly.
are. I care more about, can you change a tire? Can you cut grass? Can you do the things that I need you to do and be for me that I can't do, more than what you then, you know, of course I want you to be able to support yourself, you know, but I mean, don't leave me with your pocket. Don't do that. That's just not gonna work.
I could dig that. You know, my old head once, you know, my old head told me, if you leave with your face 9.5 times out of 10, you will get hit in it. So, message to all the young cats out there: stop all that old fronting. You know, we called it fronting back in the day. Y'all call it capping now. Stop the capping. You know, you don't need to come through, you know, with your rent money or, you know, or whatever, you know, your car payment, you know, trying to entice a chick. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because then you'll be mad, you know, talking about, oh, well, she only want me for my money. Well, that's all you showed her. That's it. But also, we got to be real. Women like provision. Women like stability. Now, there are ways that you can show those things without it being corny. See, that flashing cash and all talking about everything that you got, that shit's corny. And understand, it's not just young men that's doing it, it's old men that's doing it as well. It's men my age still trying to entice chicks with, you know, well, you're walking up to you with his Benz keys out. Don't y'all laugh. I've seen this. I've seen this happen. I have seen this happen. Sean, you live in Florida. You've seen it happen too.
Yeah. That's pretty accurate.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, you know, just don't be corny. You know what I mean? Don't be corny. And
that's the advice, man. Stop being corny, bro. Stop being corny.
Stop being damn corny. And also, you got to be a realist about things. You got to be a realist about things. If you say
that's it. Stop being corny, dog.
Yes, the number one thing that you cats should do is approach a woman with respect.
That's what I was gonna say.
Don't come talking about how fat her ass is or how good she look or whatever. Makes you sound like a sexual predator. You know, you need to be on a list somewhere. She know what she got.
That's facts. That's facts.
I watched a guy try to hit on my best friend, and his pickup line was, "Miss, you remind me of a lobster." And I'm there confused as shit. And I'm like, why you say a lobster? He was like, because a lobster is meaty in the tail. I was like, you see why you can't get her to talk back to you?
Corny.
You know what? I ain't gonna hold you. Listen, that must have worked at some point. Out of 1,000 times, it must have worked at least once.
I don't
Because
see
there's
how.
no way you just run up to a woman and say, like, it had to have worked.
It worked
I
I
don't
gotta
back in
see
keep it a
how.
grand.
1997 on a drunk night.
I gotta keep it a grand. I've never heard that one. That was
Me neither.
Me,
Me
me
neither.
either.
It's kind of witty, but corny at the same
Corny
time.
as hell. And
Yeah,
you're not
yeah.
even cute enough for it to be funny. Like,
oh
no.
damn.
I'm
See,
telling
see. Certain things you can get away with if you got other things going for you. Like some cats can be dumb as hell, but as long as your presentation is together and and whatnot, then yeah, you can get away with kind of being dumb. You can get in there. Now you ain't gonna stay in there, but you can get in there.
No, you can get in there if you're kind of funny. That's a possibility, not dumb. There's a difference.
Well, I don't know. I mean, some of these chicks got some dumb ass dudes.
Well, true.
They got some
Because he
dumb ass
probably
dudes.
caught her with being funny.
Well, yeah, she got yeah. I mean, in her instance, she don't give a damn about looks and all that at all. Just be cool, just because you remember back, you remember a few
Yeah,
years
I
ago
remember.
we had that experience or whatnot, and it was like,
And you was baffled that she was talking to dude. I'm like, that's just the type of person she is. If
I
you
wasn't so
approach
much
her
I wasn't so
correctly,
I wasn't so much baffled because that would mean that that would signify that I'm hating on that brother, and I'm not. I was just more or less like
you were
I was
baffled.
I was baffled. I was baffled at him, like, yo, she's throwing it at you, like, hey, here you go, right?
But you see, because of his looks, he's not used to that, so he didn't catch it.
Well, hey, the quarterback can only throw you the ball; he can't catch it for you. And all I will say is, still using that analogy, that metaphor, if you will, he dropped it. He dropped the ball.
Very
He
much
was
so.
wide open.
Like he had grease on his hands. Yeah, he
Yeah.
dropped it.
Yeah. But see, a lot of cats do that though. They don't believe, they don't have any confidence. You want to see how much confidence a man has? Put him around a woman he's really attracted to. They're gonna show you their true selves in a way. They either gonna act like your boy, or they either gonna be trying to overcompensate in some type of way. It's amazing how many cats start talking about scat packs and and all this other stuff or whatever when they get around women that they're attracted to. I was out one time at Dave and Buster's and whatnot, and I kid you not, I kid y'all not, no bullshit. It was some guys at the table behind me. They were trying, they were trying to get the attention of the women, of the women that were, y'all been to Dave and Buster's, y'all know the booths or shit or whatever, but they were trying to get the attention of the women in the booth, adjacent to them, and they started talking about, oh yeah, man, they started talking about how much money they was getting as rappers and everything, and how much and how they had a meeting with a Rock Nation in the morning and all that other shit. I kid you not. They were trying to talk loud enough so these women could hear them, which I'm pretty sure the women did hear them. But it was like cornballs, man. But hey, that's the world we live in now.
Ugh.
It's crazy. It is crazy.
Very much.
Talking about when you talk about like dating and the woes of dating, if I was around them dudes and I had their ear, I would say, whatever it is that you are trying to like flaunt and flash in that woman's face, if that attracts her, it's probably not the woman you want, because as soon as that deal with Rock Nation or that Benz or that like
It's
whatever it is
gone.
that you're trying to dangle in front of her, as soon as it's gone, she's gone. If that's what brought her to you. So you probably don't want the woman that you're going to attract, unless you're just looking for a runner, looking for a lady for the night. You know what I'm saying? Somebody to kick it with short term. But if you're looking for something of any kind of substance, whatever you dangle in front of her to attract her, and she responds to it, you probably don't want her. because that's probably easy come, easy go situation.
Of
If
course.
I was their OG, that was the game. That would be the game I get in. Like, don't do that. Don't do that, bro.
Yeah, definitely. But you know, a lot of cats, you know, they're not looking for anything serious, but they still going above and beyond, just trying to secure something. And it's like, yo, you flashing all this money or whatever, and you don't really even realize that if you just talk to this chick over here that you think there's soul up here, you can end up, you know what I mean? You know, you can end up doing your thing with her behind McDonald's.
Yeah,
But
I mean, if you just trying to clap cheeks,
Right.
you still don't got to do all that.
right.
No,
You
because
still don't gotta do
desperation
all that
is
just
at
to
an
clap cheeks.
all-time high.
Mm-hmm.
Desperation is at an all-time high. Women and men alike, and social media has ruined the whole dating field. It's awful. It's
You
awful.
are correct. You are correct.
It's awful.
I mean, but
Everybody
you know, like,
treats it like it's a competition for attention. I'm sorry. Look at me. Look at me. Do you see me? Look. No.
You know why? Can I tell you why? So I do stand-up comedy, right? That my side hustle, one of them is stand-up comedy. And stand-up comedy, sex, sports. Probably the only times you get immediate feedback that you did something well, right? You dunk a ball, crowd roars, immediate feedback. You hit the spot, she moans, immediate feedback. You tell a joke, people laugh, you get immediate feedback. Social media gives everybody access to that immediate feedback. You get a Scooby snack if you post a provocative picture. You get a Scooby snack if you retweet. You get a Scooby snack if you post a funny meme. So everybody is chasing that white rabbit that at one point was only reserved for the ultra talented or the
Right.
exceptional. So everybody gets that instant gratification of drugs, right? You get that instant hit. So everybody's
Dopamine.
chasing that white rabbit on social media, and that's translated into the dating market of, well, I got X amount of likes, so how could you not want to take me on a date? Right? How could you not want to treat me like a queen and I got so many followers? Or how could you not want to go on a date with me? And you know how many women I got in my inbox following me? Like that instant gratification, and they got their brains turned to mush.
Yeah, I was me and the missus were talking about this the other day. I thought put it in a different way. I really I'm less likely to blame social media and more likely to blame us, because like human beings always change a tool into something that can hurt people for whatever reason. Because some people use social media just for positive shit, right? You know what I mean? But back to the point of what we're saying here is like, I think one of the biggest differences, and I'm totally with you on the immediate gratification part, but maybe if there is the worst part about social media is the fact that you can get paid off of what you look like.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Right? You know what I mean? Like before we had the social media, so on and so forth, like only people got paid for what they look like was like models and actors.
Exceptional people.
Right, but you know, but when you think about it, like if I get X amount of subscribers or likes, it will equal money.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the moment that got intertwined with it, it did sour it completely. Like it's basically a poison pill for people who use it that way.
Exactly.
Because it goes back to, like you said, the instant gratification thing. Like the delayed gratification is the art form. Instant gratification is, but it gives you that dopamine.
Correct.
That hit.
And see, as I am now fond of saying, you cannot compete with attention. You know, like I said in one of my videos, you know, because I have a video, you know, about how to slide properly into the DMs. I don't advocate the cats doing it. I don't. But if you're gonna do it, I'm gonna show you how to do it. But you also have to be aware of the playing field in which you are playing on. And the thing about it is this. Like I said, you cannot compete with attention. You know, you got the you know, the internet has made the world smaller, and so therefore, hell, it's nothing for somebody, some chick in Iowa who probably don't get looked at maybe like 3 or 4 times a day in her normal life. She get online, she get dolled up or whatever. You know, she got the right angles and all this, and then, you know, she got the right angles or whatever. She put her pictures up, and then boom, you know what I mean? She a celebrity in her mind. But see, you know, you're not competing with the other cats that's in, you know, you're not competing with the other cats that's you know, that's in her comments and shit like that. You're competing against cats like Drake and all that. You know what I mean? You know, how you gonna compete with that?
Who out here competing with Drake?
Yeah.
These cats in these chicks' inboxes.
If your girl will go for it, that ain't your girl.
Yeah.
Your season is up. That's all I'm
Yeah,
saying.
your season is up, brother.
Your season is up. Hey, the man with the gold makes the rules. It's just what it is. I'm not talking about gold chains. I'm saying, y'all know what I'm saying.
So, ladies, I'm curious from y'all. So, is the slide in the DM still the biggest problem as it seems like for y'all?
What was your
Anybody
question?
heard me? I was saying for you ladies, is the guys sliding in the DMs, irrespective of any tact whatsoever, that's still a problem for y'all? Is that still happening?
Where they just send
It's not
unsolicited.
it's not a problem. You don't have to entertain them. It's not a problem.
Exactly.
You don't have to entertain it. But they still do it.
They do.
You just
That shocks me too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, because I'm like, it is beyond me.
One thing I do not do is play hopscotch in no inbox. So it shocks me when I be hearing about all these dudes who's doing all that.
Right, they be wilding. I mean, like for real. Cats is wilding. Like what possesses you as a grown man to just slide in an unknown woman's inbox? Hey yo, my name Charles. Then the next thing you know, oh, here's a picture of my Johnson.
I'll tell you why. How many of these people? How many of us went to college? College. Okay. Any military? All right. So the thing about college and military, you know, it's a lot of cheeks getting clapped because you know it's people in the same mindset, pretty much in the same point of their life, in the same place at the same time. Right?
Mm-hmm.
They pretty much on the same thing that you own. Social media, you can at least theoretically put yourself around the same people at the same point in their life on the same kind of time. In theory, mm-hmm. that you can pretty much insulate yourself with prospects. And dudes just they pickers are broke. So they think they find the women who are on the same kind of time they own, just, you know, some cheeks for the night, and they're not finding the women who are on the same kind of time they own. For whatever reason, for good or bad.
Okay.
I think that that's what's happening.
Okay, so basically, you're saying Backpage and fucked it up for them. You know,
they think they got a captive audience, right? They think they got a captive audience of like-minded individuals, and you know.
Oh, hey, that's one way of looking at it. That is one way of looking at it. I mean, I don't get it, but it's not really for me to get. It's just wild, man. It's just wild for real.
It is.
I mean,
the delusion to think that is wild. Like, yeah, like, hey, maybe Roddy want to see a picture of my dick. Here you go. Like, Hold on, bro. You didn't have a conversation with her or nothing? Like, you ain't gonna talk to her?
No, she welcome.
Right.
Here it is.
You ain't gonna vet her a little bit to see if she felt like looking at a dick tonight? Like,
Never mind the fact that he live in Detroit, she live in Florida, and he ain't gonna come to Florida. He want her to come to Detroit
because of the picture that he sent her.
Right.
This shit is so different and phenomenal from all these dicks he ain't never seen before that she's gonna be captivated by his shit to come over where he at. All right, bro, you got it. You got
Salami don't fail me now.
You got it.
Some of them won't be failing them though. Out here sending ashy pics and them kind of things. Like, no. No.
Yo, but the thing that trips me out though is not even just the inboxes. It's like some of these comments. Like, okay, all right, we could say, all right, Mariah and Karma and Robbie, they're attractive women. Okay, if they put their pictures up on social media or what have you, you don't know them. You don't know nothing about them. Why are you offering to put your mouth on them? You don't give a damn about your oral health. Nothing. You don't give a damn about your health, period. I mean, that's the first thing out your mouth.
Risking it all.
Yeah, just let me bathe you with my tongue.
Trying to drink bat water and all of that.
Nah. I don't know if you clean good. I don't know. I don't. You know what I mean? Nah. Pictures are deceiving. I'm cool. I don't. Yeah.
I mean, pictures aside, you're not even gonna see what kind of time she on. Like, she might be running. She might be the girl that gets captivated. She might be, right?
Right.
But you're not gonna try and find out first. Like, you're not gonna see if she's a church-going woman, if she run 3 or 4, 5 businesses, and she even got time to look at your dick. Like, you ain't gonna find out about this woman a little bit before you just go.
No, they don't care.
They don't care about all of that.
They don't care. They just
start off with
they just dropping off penis pics and offering the liquor up and down.
If it's not a picture,
you know why? Because he's gonna drop that pic in maybe he can shoot that out there in 5 minutes, 20, 30 women, and it's gonna be somebody's gonna bite.
At least one person's gonna take the bait.
Yeah.
So they passing it out like a resume.
Mm-hmm.
So he just casting a wide net.
Clicking, and it's like, oh, okay. Oh, she said, "What's up?" Oh, okay. So they're not losing.
I knew my salami would hypnotize somebody.
She in Nebraska, but that's all right. That's all right.
It seems like such a risky proposition. So I got another question for the ladies, since y'all don't. It's 2 parts. The one, have you ever thought about inboxing a DM in a gentleman? And 2, have you ever done it?
Yes and yes.
Okay.
Yes and yes for me.
No and no.
Hadn't even thought about it. Okay. All right.
Hadn't even thought about it.
All right.
Miss Mariah, what about you?
I think she froze.
I didn't hear the question.
Have you ever
so hard. It's like, I'll be honest. Okay, so the 2 people top corners, the 2 men, I can barely hear y'all. Everybody else I can hear.
Oh, so you can hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah,
so
I don't know people's names. I'm sorry.
He was asking if
go ahead.
you ever thought about inboxing a guy, and have you ever done it?
Yes and yes.
See? We on the same page.
Now, Mariah, I detect an accent. Where are you from originally?
She can't
South
hear
Carolina.
you.
He's low.
Okay.
His volume is low. Yeah, you sound low to me. The oldest person is, I'm sorry, I don't know his name, but the guy in the red hat.
Sean.
I can hear him really clear. I mean, I can, yeah, and then, but I'm sorry. I sound like I'm yelling now.
No, you
No.
don't.
No, you good.
Oh,
You good. Okay. So you're from South Carolina originally.
yeah.
That's what you said.
Okay. Yeah, I thought you sound you sound like you're from an island.
Yeah, I thought that too.
Yeah, I thought she was from the Caribbean.
Oh,
No, the Caribbean. I'm sorry.
no,
Yeah,
I
said
get that a lot.
Caribbean.
No.
I'm about to tell you, say it right if you're gonna say it.
My bad.
Huh?
I redeemed myself.
Thank you.
Y'all see what I got to put up with?
You acting like this is new.
You know what? I'm call security for you. I'm call security.
I'm gonna tell Belly to slap you. Go ahead.
Nah, he sleep. Let him chill. Let him chill. Well, all right, y'all. This has been a blast, but it is a little bit after 11. I'm sorry for the late start. I thank you all for rocking with me. I need everybody here, all of you here. If you got something going on that you want to tell the people about, now is the time to do so. Robbie, I'll start with you.
You can check out my Facebook groups. I have Caribbean Glam and Glow. That is all skincare, fragrances, and stuff like that. And then I'm also a sexual health consultant, which you can get your lubricants, enhancers, lingerie, toys, all the above, and advice. In my other group, which is Romance and Rejuvenation.
All right. S. Dot.
Yeah, as far as for me,
Shout out to your son back there.
yeah, he just snuck into the picture, getting something to drink. Don't touch my juice. Touch my damn juice. But anyway, we are. Me and my old boy, we'll be relaunching our podcast July 14th. Something's over surface. We try to have compelling dialogue, solution-based dialogue in our community. We have a strong focus on safety for our young Black men as the summer coming in, as far as dealing with police contacts and so on and so forth. So I'll probably put a link in the group as soon as we've moved our equipment to where we're going. And I would look forward to anybody that's willing to subscribe to our channel and check out our content. We'd be greatly appreciated.
All right. All right. What about you, Miss Charismatic Karma?
Oh no, I don't have anything.
And you want them to stay out of your inbox, right?
They can do what they want to do. I don't have to respond.
Well, if you get in their inbox,
I'll speak. I'm not rude. I speak back, but I'm not with the crazy stuff. No.
For the love of God, save your gigabytes, fellas. Don't do it. Just
don't do it. She's gonna ignore you.
Just don't save your gigabytes, man.
She's gonna ignore you.
I just prefer. I just prefer the old fashioned. Let me walk you through the grocery store, gas station. Hey, how you doing? I'm just.
You prefer in person.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, approach.
Yeah.
I'm
Nothing
just
wrong with
still
that.
there.
Yeah. Let her know you're not a creep. I get it. I get it. All right, Miss Mariah, what about you?
I've got nothing.
Okay. Well, hey, when you get something, let us know. It's all good. All right, Sean.
Hey, yeah. First off, follow me on Facebook, SHONDON. Shine Don Comedian. I post ignorant stuff all day.
Yes.
Follow me on Instagram. Same thing, SHONDON, all one word, comedian. Follow me on YouTube. I got a YouTube page, got videos out there, podcasts that I've done, episodes that I've done, little goofy skits. If you're in the St. Louis area, I will be in the Helium Comedy Club comedy competition this year. My first round is July 5th. I haven't done it in a couple years. Last time I did it, think I made it to the semifinals. Stand-up comedy, support local art, support a young dude's hustle. That's Helium Comedy Club, July 5th. Check out their website. I'll be going up preliminary round. Come out, support. Come out and have some laughs. Also, if you are in the St. Louis area, another side hustle. I got 100 hustles. Another side hustle I've started doing. I got fireworks this year. Black Mike. If I should walk into the other room and show you all the boxes I got. I'll be out this weekend. I deliver. So all of y'all who don't in the St. Louis area want to drive all the way out to the boonies, I'll come and see you. Hit me up, inbox. If you got my number, call me, and I'll find out what you want, and I'll meet you, and I'll have it for you. So, yeah. Trying to make money without hurting anybody, man. That's what it's about.
That's what's up, brother. All right. Last but not
You need to
least.
shout out your podcast, though.
The podcast, that podcast is actually taking a hiatus. I'll be starting back up with my own podcast. I'll be going back to Sean Don TMI, which means Talk My Ish. I'll be going back to the Sean Don TMI podcast, premiere TBA. I'll let y'all know when that's coming. But we'll be moving into the next phase of the Sean Don TMI podcast. So, yeah. I wanted to wait till I have more concrete information on that one before I start putting that out there.
All right, that's what's up. All right, last but not least, brother Salid.
Well, it's Salid and
Salid. I'm sorry,
Salid.
Yeah,
the podcast is on YouTube. King Shit Productions is the YouTube channel. Like and subscribe. Instagram, Salid Sims. Facebook, Salid Sims. TikTok, King Shit Productions. I'll also be in the North Carolina area this summer. I'm cutting all the young guys' hair, so especially for the single mothers, bring your kids, cutting their hair for free. Doing a lot of community work with these young men, trying to get them on the right path. And that's about it. I do every Thursday night, 8 or 8:30 for the podcast. And I'm also adding another night, Saturday nights at 9 o'clock. I'll be doing Smooth Saturdays. That's the first episode of that'll be tomorrow night. Check it out.
All right. That's what's up. Well, y'all already know about me, but in case y'all don't, well, y'all. For those who don't know, I'm talking like I'm talking to 1 million people. I might only be talking to 2, but that's all right. Eventually, I will be talking to 1 million.
That's right.
That's what's up. Put it in the universe.
Exactly.
Put it in the universe.
Exactly. Well, I have the Facebook group, which you should be a part of, Room 222, the VIP room, aka No BS Allowed, Part 3. Some dope ass people like you see here joining me tonight. We have a lot of fun in there, and this is actually just a continuation of that. I have my YouTube page here, No BS TV, where I share lots of relevant content and things that are thought provoking. Also share fashion tips and talk about my other love, fragrances. Show you how to put things together. So you can smell good and look even better. Some of y'all need help with that, so I'm here to help you. And that's pretty much what I got going on right now. I'm working on some music, so by the end of the year I should have something. So we'll get that whole thing popping. 50 years of hip hop. I'm trying to contribute to trying to contribute to to that. Get something done, get that out there. I made a promise to Robbie, so she gonna hold me to it. So I'm dusting the mic off, and yes, I know.
Holla at me with that too, because I be spitting. I used to do that.
Okay, most definitely.
I do more poetry now, but yeah, I'll still throw a hot 16 where it's needed.
Okay, all right, most definitely. We will definitely get together. Because Scoop Beats is actually sending me some joints or whatnot, and I'm
Let me tell you something about Scoop. And Scoop, if you're watching, I got a bone to pick with you, brother. Scoop, I sent Scoop some spoken word, and he was supposed to be putting a beat to it. And I sent this to you, Scoop. I know you're probably looking at this. I sent this to you over a month ago. I sent it over a month ago. I need that back.
Scoop be having a lot going on, man. He be having a lot going on.
I know it, but I ain't letting him off the hook with this one though.
Nah, don't let him off the hook. He's a good dude. He just got a lot going on.
Yeah, Scoop, my brother. Scoop, my brother.
Find me, or I'm gonna find you.
Right. Scoop, stop chasing them women. Stop chasing them women for a minute. I need you to get back in the yo.
And something else I left off. I don't want to take over, but something else I left off. I have a business too. KingShitProductions.com. Y'all go now, sell my poetry. I write scripts. I do the beard oil, hair oil, skin oil, body oil. All that's on there. So check that out too.
Oh yeah. Oh, see, you just reminded me. I have a business as well. A lot of y'all may or may not know, but I'm in the IPTV business. What is IPTV? Real quick, it is Internet Protocol Television. Basically, it is TV on the internet. All of y'all sitting up there paying no high-ass cable bills or whatnot, you need to holler at me. Gotta holler at me. All right? $25 gets you over 10,000 channels. Anything you want to watch, everything you want to watch. Everything from sports to all the freaky deaky stuff. Got that for you too. Got that for you too. I mean, put it. You can put it on 3 devices. It's all good. It's 4K. It's a really great service, and football season's coming up. You ain't gonna want to be without it. You can watch all your games, multi-screen, all of that. So don't hesitate. Holler at me. We'll get you set up. It's real simple. Sean is a customer. He could tell you. It's great service.
I am. It really is. Like it put a lot of money back in my pocket.
Exactly.
The $25 a month. So yeah, it really is a good service. Y'all out here.
That XXX be coming in clear as dot.
Yeah, look around, check the room.
The cakes do be button.
Yeah.
No, baby. We was talking about a cooking show. Cooking show.
Cooking. Yeah, the cooking channel. The cooking channel. The cooking channel. Yeah, they using oil and baking cakes and stuff. Yeah.
Lobsters. They was doing lobsters.
Yeah.
Huge ovens.
I know you
Huge ovens.
remember that.
Huge ovens. Yeah, man. But yeah, definitely holler at me about that. But all right, y'all. Once again, thank you so much for joining me. I will be back next Friday, 9:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we'll have another dope ass show for y'all. Some of these folks may join us again. Some, we may have new people, whatever. But you can definitely guarantee that it's going to be a good time. All right. I finished my King PT, so I'm up out of here. I don't know about y'all. Y'all can stick and stay if y'all like, but I need to go get a refill. So I'm gonna
enjoy chopping up with y'all good people, man. Y'all have a good night, man.
Yeah,
all right.
All right, y'all.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Night.
Peace.
Good night.